Aftermath of injustice. Nnamdi Kanu versus Nigeria Lawless Court. The world must act now. Aftermath of injustice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu versus Nigerian Lawless Court. The world must act now. This is what we are going to discuss today. A lot happened yesterday. So many of us have seen so many things that happened yesterday. Many got angry. Many was afraid. Many were afraid. Many were tired. Many were giving up. And many were strengthened the more. Many of us were encouraged the more to fight on. Some people who wanted to give up, after seeing what transpired yesterday, said no. It's not the time to give up. Some who were playing it cool, when they saw what transpired yesterday, they said no, never again. And they're going to fight to the last man standing. So we are going to look into what transpired in the court yesterday. As we look into what transpired into the court yesterday, we'll go in and dig deep on so many other things that are going to happen. Expectations, actions that we need to see. And it will be an open floor. Remember, in this platform, it's about interaction. We interact. I am not a master of wisdom or master of knowledge. I'm here to learn like every other person that is in the platform. So if you have any contribution, don't fail to use the link and join us and make a contribution. Before we go fully into the topic of today, which says aftermath of injustice. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu versus Nigeria Lawless Court. The world must act now. Let us listen and see what transpired yesterday. The videos we could be able to get on what happened yesterday. Pay attention to every details they matter in this discussion. Pay attention to every detail. That is why I play. Sometimes you see when I start my program, I play old videos of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What he has said from the beginning of this case up to this moment where we are, he has never changed. He's still standing his ground. And that is why I play those videos to show you where we are coming from and where we are today. Now, I want you to watch and see where we are today.
Okay, what's happening?
No, I'm going to fire.
Okay. Okay.
Is
okay. So the father agreed. No, that's what he's telling us. Going to file it. Yeah.
Senator Commissioner proposed to organize. He's coming. That's what he said. Okay.
I don't know anyone anywhere.
Your man,
very wonderful. No, nothing. Max. Yes. Okay, thank you. Judge for good.
Fearless leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay.
Directives of the Supreme Court, judgment in FRN v. Nnamdi Kanu in suit number SC/CR/2022 1361/2022, delivered on the 15th of December 2023. The reliefs I'm seeking, my Lord, is very simple. The expunging from the records of this very honorable court the purported plea of not guilty entered by myself, the defendant, here the applicant, on the 29th day of March 2025, the same having been obtained under deception, coercion, and in clear violation of Section 36(6)(a) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and in defiance of the Supreme Court's binding directive.
That is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaking inside the court yesterday. That was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu making his case, stating his motion live in the court yesterday. That's the voice you're hearing. Listen carefully.
In FRN v. Nnamdi Kanu, I'm asking my Lord for an order setting aside all proceedings conducted pursuant to the said defective plea, including but not limited to the scheduling of defense, witness summons, and trial dates, the same being founded on a nullity admonition. An order declaring that the seventh count charge, dated 29th March 2025, disclosed no triable offense known to law, having been founded on repealed statutes, namely the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act of 2013, repealed by the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act of 2022, and the Customs and Excise Management Act, Cap C45 LFN 2004, repealed by the Nigeria Customs Services Act of 2023, and in flagrant disobedience of the Supreme Court's order for amendment, and others striking out the charge in its entirety for want of jurisdiction, the same being incompetent and void ab initio. An order directing the immediate release of the defendant applicant from custody, there being no valid charge pending before this very court, and such other orders as this very honorable court may deem fit and just to make in the circumstances. It was dated, my Lord, the 6th day of November 2025. Thank you, my Lord.
Yes, I think
May I please ask you? The prosecution was served a few minutes ago. Motion by the defendant filed this morning. The motion was introduced by the defendant a few seconds ago. Lord, I do not intend to file a counter affidavit, but I rely on the proceedings of this court, which is attached to the motion as an exhibit. So I do not intend to file a counter affidavit. But I just think your lordship's permission.
What parts of the proceedings are you relying on?
The defendant attached the proceedings of the court marked as with MNK01. And I'm also relying on the record of this court in which your lordship to take judicial notice.
The same record.
Well, it is a part of the main record of the court. These are just a few pages of the date when he took his plea.
Can we put into it, let us see? I have not read it. I just want to have not read it.
I have seen it. It is the defendant's present in court of 21st day of March 2025. That was the day when his lead counsel, Kanu Adabi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Dr. Yusuf Olero, and a number of them appeared for
do something, you will do it. And you're just sitting conviction. And you wonder why God caused you useless black man. You don't know what justice means. You have no idea what justice means. You don't even know what justice. Your constitution says you cannot try anybody unless the law is written. Show me the written law. Show me the written law. I want to know the law.
Talk to me now.
Show me the law.
Are you okay?
Don't go close. Don't try that rubbish. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try rubbish. Don't try rubbish. Useless people. You don't know law. You don't know law. Your own constitution you don't respect. Supreme Court judgment you don't respect. Then why we the law? Why we the court of law? I ask. Nonsense. You think Britain can ask you to journey and you journey? You are dreaming. You are dreaming. I'm telling you that you are dreaming. Nonsense. You don't respect. Supreme Court judgment you don't respect. Then why we the Why we the court of law? I ask. You want to journey and you journey? You are dreaming. You are dreaming. It's not a written law, you cannot. You cannot. You can't convict me. Are you saying? It's not possible. I'm Nnamdi Kanu. Who's going to try it? Nobody can. They've not killed them dead to the person. Which law is that? Which law is it? It's okay. Your constitution says you cannot try anybody unless the law is written. Show me the written law. Show me the written law. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't try rubbish. Don't try rubbish. Useless people. You don't know law.
Nala.
You don't know law.
Hi. This OG.
Why we the court of law?
Good morning.
I know you attended the proceedings today.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Just a summary of what happened.
Well, what happened in court today, for me, continues to be travesty of justice. I've always said it, that in Nigeria, there appear to be two sets of rules. One for the Igbo man and another for the other Nigerians. This is exactly what I saw in court today. First of all, my name is Honorable Obi Agocha. I represent the great people of Iguano, Umuahia North and Umuahia South Federal Constituency. I am the primary representative for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I'm going to speak to you as a layman. I'm not a lawyer. Today, there was a motion that was filed. Previously, I believe at the end of October, another motion was filed, and none of those motions were challenged by the prosecution team. They didn't raise any objection. The court did not overrule anybody, but admitted the motion. So on what basis then is the trial, the efforts that are being put to compel Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to trial when the motions have been put and yet to be challenged by the prosecution team. Mazi Kanu is asking for a simple question: on what law is he being tried? Neither the judge nor the prosecution team have answered that. And today, that motion that was raised by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and served to the prosecution team were not challenged. And it's very, very critical and important that we know that. However, the judge now ruled to say that he's reserved November 20th for ruling. When there are jurisdictional issues, thresholds not that are yet to be overcome. So this is a political trial veiled as a criminal trial. And for the stability of the Southeast and for the stability of Nigeria in the whole, to bring to end the civil war that was fought in 1967, means that the president should please look at the totality of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial and bring an end to this charade, a travesty of injustice, bring an end to it so that the Southeast can be peaceful again, Nigeria can be peaceful again. But if they are determined in the way they have steamrolled this process, rushing to a judgment, then like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu says, there's a God in heaven, and the injustices that have been meted to Igbos, we will not forget. We will not forget. Even if we forget, our children and our grandchildren will not forget. Because it's important that everybody notes it, especially Mr. President, that in order for him to consolidate his goodwill for 2027, start with how he handles the matter of Nnamdi Kanu. Because you cannot be there as the father of the nation, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being treated in the manner that he's been treated, when every other person who has been charged with almost similar offenses as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, at the determination of the court, has been let go. So why is Nnamdi still being held down, being punished, being subjugated? It's simply because he's an Igbo man. So if we get it, the president gets it right, then we will begin the process of healing and reconciliation and putting back the Southeast back as a home where people can come and feel free in their homes without running away from all these high crime and criminalities that are happening in the Southeast. So Mr. President has an opportunity now. The world is looking at us, both from the persecution of Christians, from the persecution of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to know how we are going to put our houses in order. But like I said, is one person. You can take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu if you so wish. You have the authority. But many more Nnamdi Kanu will rise because this is clearly an injustice that is being meted at one person who happens to be an Igbo man. So I plead with Mr. President to note that this is a political trial, and which requires a political solution to bring everything to a closure. Thank you.
Transpired yesterday, we have all seen it. It's what happened yesterday. In brief, what we are able to capture yesterday. So many of us have seen these things, and many of us have had our own thoughts in our own ways. And for those who skip certain information, we just try to compile certain things and bring it forward so that you can know where we are. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continue to stand his ground, no law, no case. And as at yesterday, Nigerian government, Nigerian judicial system, Nigerian lawyers, none of them was able to tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu under which law he is being tried in Nigeria. That question has not been answered. And instead of answering that question, they went ahead to say that they are going to commence judgment on the 20th. So we are waiting for them to see how that their judgment is going to come about and what they're going to come out from. So whatever happens, all things is going to work out for our own good, and we are not shaking. My beloved brother, Christian, take the mic and speak to us.
Good morning, brother Choose.
You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, you know. So everything is working out for our own good.
Yes.
That is without a doubt. So because like I always say that we have the truth on our side. You know, the God of justice is on our side because we haven't done these people anything bad. Therefore, whatever their plans, their gang ups will boomerang on them. And I'm seeing it. Personally, I can see it all over the place. You know, so just like that honorable senator said from Abia State, amazing human being, you know, representing Abia State, representing Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans in general, Ndibo, you know, representing them honorably. So I commend him for his boldness, his steadfastness. Yeah, at the same time, he's a politician in the zoo, so it won't be surprising when things are, you know, but for the most part, he's doing an amazing job.
Yes.
So, yeah, so I think the miracle is taking place already. If you don't see it, well, I don't know what you are seeing, but the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was able to write this letter, very, very detailed letter to President Trump, you know, very, very comprehensive one, and he was able to, because I believe very strongly, even in my heart of heart, that as we speak, that letter is in the position of the president. I'm telling you the truth.
Definitely.
I can feel it that it's in position. So that on its own is a miracle, because if the zoo, if they have any idea that was going to happen, they will stop it, if you know what I mean. So, and at the end of it, Trump is going to analyze it and possibly institute an inquest or investigation to look into it, because that letter, 4-page letter, I suppose, was very detailed, and there's a lot in it. So anybody saying sovereignty, you are business, blah blah, you're wasting your time, because as no me anya, you know, stuff like that. So there's nothing like sovereignty here, because everything that happens in Nigeria affects everybody and beyond.
Yes.
And beyond. Because when they were in Niger, when these things were being threatened, Trubu and his coach, they were contemplating invading Niger. Are you aware? And Niger is a sovereign nation. So why were they planning to go, you know, if not for the Northerners, the Fulanis, who told him that if you do that, we are going to attack you too, because the Nigerian people, So somebody coming to say Trump shouldn't intervene or interfere, you are wasting your time, because there's nothing like that. You know, there's absolutely nothing like that. The terrorism that is being groomed, being orchestrated, nurtured in Nigeria will affect not only the entire Africa, but Western world. So you can't just sit back and no. So obviously, this whole thing is crazy. As for the people, they are feeding these monsters. It's going to turn around and consume them all. Yesterday, Aisha Yusuf, she went on a fake news charade, talking, saying that Nnamdi Kanu has caved in and agreed to enter a defense council, stuff like that. So then I wrote on the comments, I said, but where are you getting this news from? This is fake news. So fake, you know, and he didn't turn around to even correct it. But again, that's the second time he's behaving in such a manner, because you remember during the PM, Simon Ekpa's issue also, he was the first to jump out to say that Simon Ekpa has denied being, you know what I mean? Yeah. And these are fake stories, fake news.
Yeah,
they don't care.
That is how you identify them. You know, they are quick to watch those loopholes. Whenever they see any negative news, they wouldn't even take time to confirm it. They wouldn't take time to confirm it and they will just, and later on, they're not going to come back to come and repeat that thing they said.
Exactly. Because that's their wish. That's what they are hoping to, it's like what they want to hear. So they run with it, So, but actually on the comment section, a lot of people also, they gave it to her. I say, you are just parading fake news everywhere because what you are saying is simply not true, So, so again, like I've been saying, even in the past, that we know these people, and the agents of the caliphate, we know whom they are. They are planted there, in south, in southeast, everywhere. Some of them who are okay for her. I think she said she was born a Muslim, whatever. But we understand whom they are, and so even when they tend to speak truth, I look behind, beyond the truth they speak, yes. because I know where their loyalty lies. I know what their agenda and their intentions are. So therefore, for me, so obviously, Nnamdi Kanu is not somebody who will be pushed around because he's an innocent man. So, and we will see. We shall see. 20th of November.
Yes.
Is I wouldn't say a long way from now, but it is long. So let's go.
It's here. 20th is here already. Today is 8th.
So if this Tinubu Yoruba government, if they think that because Nnamdi Kanu, an Igbo man, will be convicted unjustly, and we will just no. They don't know. They have no clue. But let's just wait, because I think that 28th is going to be like a judgment day now, if I may say.
Yeah, he's going to pass it on 20th. Yeah.
Exactly. So finally, there will be a proclamation of what they want to do with this man.
What we want to hear. We want to know what they want to do. There's no point wasting time going live.
Exactly.
Go ahead and mention it.
And Nnamdi Kanu is well prepared for whatever. And
you see, one of the good things about this is this social media.
Yeah.
These informations that our people are able to bring out from the courts. Their media is taken out of the picture.
Yeah.
Because all this why they try to gag Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so that they can create their own narratives and bring.
Exactly.
But for the fact that our people are able to bring out information directly from the mouth of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, actions in the court, they can't change the narrative.
Yeah.
Just that he saying that he has finally entered the defense. If not that we have clips from the courts, we have most of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu directly, they will continue to preach that.
Exactly. Yeah. Can you imagine that Simon Ekpa has denounced Biafra, saying that he's not the prime minister? Yeah, that is a content. You see these people? Shameless people.
Very shameless. The same thing was what they did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The first time he was arrested, the same Mazi Nnamdi Kanu denied being the leader of IPOB.
Exactly.
The same thing.
Yeah.
These people are so shameless. Go ahead, my brother.
Disgraceful bunch of people. I believe very strongly, without a doubt, I believe that the chicken is coming home to roast, because they've been on this for forever almost. This evil demonic entity called Nigeria, they've been on this path almost forever. So I think enough is enough now. We can see it. If you don't see it again, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Enough is enough, because evil lasts but for some time. Eventually, the God of justice will intervene. And then this is the intervention taking place right before our very eyes. Right before our very eyes. The journalists, the media house in Nigeria, they are as complicit in all this evil. The politicians, as the Fulanis, they are just all in it. I've forgotten what I wanted to say about them, but every day that goes by, it becomes clearer and clearer that these people are unbelievably evil. There is a clip I saw yesterday from, what is the name of the guy? I think I wrote it down, something, Lodger. I had the full name on a piece of paper. I thought it is going to be worth analyzing, sort of. It may be tomorrow or any other time, but is definitely worth analyzing because he came out and he's not a Biafran, but he came out on this TV. I think he's probably one of these sections in Arise TV, but he came out speaking like us, Biafrans. He's just hitting the nail, but of course, at the end, because he's also a Nigerian, one Nigerian is, he ended up as usual, you know? You know, but he really gave it to them all. He said, you Falana, Femi Falana, who says, of course, we also know him. We know these people, you know, that they are rejecting the fact that there's a Christian genocide going on in the country. He says he's the enemy of the country. This is how he put it. Say that anybody doing that is the enemy of the country because that the evidence is overwhelming. It's everywhere for all to see. Then he began to point out instances, you know. He said that, yeah, there's this collateral damage. The killing of Muslims, which they are trying to equivocate, is a collateral damage, you know, because it's not the primary objective of the Islamic terrorists. No.
I think, my brother, that is the right language to use. There is a collateral damage which affects Muslims.
Yeah,
that is the right narrative. That is the truth and nothing but the truth. The collateral damage, when they happen, and there will always be this collateral damage.
There will always in every conflict there will be collateral damage. You know, so but their main focus is taking a again since this whole thing started. They've continued unabated. These Islamic terrorists.
Even as at yesterday, the Fulani terrorists they attacked in Enugu State. As at yesterday, they blocked road.
Enugu too.
Enugu yesterday, blocked road. I saw
yesterday.
I wasn't able to bring that. I saw a video that was somebody sent to me in Enugu yesterday. They blocked road.
Oh, so you see that. They really they mean business because they've continued since Trump stepped in. They've like almost every day now because the same yesterday was it quite about one of these Yoruba states, right? There's this Christian, should I say Christian evangelical or missionary, whatever it is. They were in a bus traveling, and this Fulani terrorists. Oh, you saw that too. Okay, that was yesterday. Well, luckily nobody died, but I think one of the bullets maybe they hit somebody and the person is in the hospital now. So you can see the intensification. They've really like intensified. While probably the sponsors, you know, these the rest of them who are sponsoring them, they're being mindful of the fact that now they can also be a target by this US administration that God has propelled in this time we live in. And it's not just the only mission that God has bestowed on Donald Trump, but there are other ones, but this is just one of them. And people can say whatever they like. They can just feel anyhow they like. But the truth remains that God has given the man a mandate, a mission, and he's pursuing it. You can go to hell. He's pursuing it. You cannot sit down there. Nobody does anything. People are being massacred. Even putting the fact that they are Christians aside, how do you do that? And Tinubu yesterday came out to say that that they will defeat the terrorism. And I look at this guy, and I'm like, what the heck are you? How do you are part of it? Your government, people in your government, the defense guy, chief, is implicated in the terrorism. Your vice president is in it, Shetima. These are facts. These are not some fabrication. These are facts. Shegumi is roaming about, a guy who we know has been liaising with the terrorists, coordinating other things for the terrorists, and he was deported from Saudi Arabia. You can't even touch him. You can't even apprehend him for questioning. And you are telling me, and I'm supposed to believe what you said, that just for the sake of saying it, that you will defeat terrorism. No, you cannot, because you are part of it. I've said it several. Yesterday, I briefly came in on Okocha's program, and I just spelled it out. I said, look, you people can either be deceived or deceitful, you know, whatever it is, but Tinubu is much complicit as any of the terrorists. That is my judgment. Because and also I clearly broaden the term terrorism. To them, I say, look, you don't necessarily have to be the one shooting or wearing bomb to blow up someplace. No, the mere fact that you are in a position, you are the commander-in-chief, and for going to 3 years now, you did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Everybody know that he does nothing. But people are pretending as if Tinubu is not in it. He is part of it. Probably one of the reasons why Buhari and the Fulanis, they put him there to be the president, even though he wasn't supposed to. He's not qualified in any way possible. A criminal is on his own. So they probably let him know that, look, these terrorists, these Islamic terrorists in the north, they are our foot soldiers. You must not touch them. Don't go there. I am telling you, this probably is what has happened, that Tinubu sitting there, closed his eyes away why these things happen. You know, yesterday, before I closed work, because on that Okocha's program, so when this thing was going on, there's another guy who is from Serbia. Serbia is one of these new countries that was created out of Yugoslavia, the old Yugoslavia. So the guy, he said to me, what is going on that I had on news? So I brought out the video of these terrorists in this northern place where they came in hundreds and thousands of them with motorbike and arms and everything. And I told him that this is what is going on in Nigeria. And you know what he said to me? He said, do they have government in the country? I say yes, that they do. Yeah. So he said, so why are the terrorists just roaming freely like they are the government in the country? I said, well, this is the question. Most people are either scared or whatever it is that they don't ask. He said to me, finally said to me, the government is working with them. This is what a guy from Serbia, you know, because yesterday I was in a different department. He told me, he said, no, this can't happen except the government has a hand in it. So for an outsider who is not, he doesn't even know anything, he just knew that that is how it goes. Then I told him that the current vice president is one of the founders of the terrorist Boko Haram. He said, yeah, that he had heard about Boko Haram, but he doesn't know much. I said, yeah, that he's one of the founders, and that the defense chief was also implicated, you know. So he said, well, so obviously it's not going to work. This is how he told me, so because if the government, people in the government have a hand in it, so you are wasting your time, you can't solve this problem. And it's been going on for more than going to 2 decades now. This terrorism, Boko Haram, is begun. So it's crazy, bro. This is crazy. But anybody because what they do, there's different element to this whole thing. Some of the elements is that because, again, not all the Yorubas, but there are lots of them whom, because Tinubu is Yoruba man, they don't care. Whatever it is, however it is, they will always defend Tinubu, right? So, and there are those who are also, because they know that the more these things are amplified, the likelier and closer it is for the disintegration of the zoo. But trust me, that is the only solution. That is the lasting solution. That is the ultimate solution. Anything other than that, you are wasting your time. You are wasting your everything. So, and again, that is my wish that this U.S. government, at this time we live in, realizes that is the ultimate solution. Now, there's a caveat to it, and maybe we might dive into it slightly, and that is that this same guy I told you that was on Arise yesterday, he said something very interesting. And because, again, for me, I'm somebody, I don't shy away from anything, absolutely not, including the things that favors me and the things that won't favor me. I don't shy away from it. He said that why we have to be careful on some of these things is that the narrative out there is that Christian South and Muslim North. That is the narrative being paraded. But that if things turn out the way it's looking, then that the Christians in the North, whom are like not even 100 millions, if you know what I mean, the number of Christians in the North runs into millions. Because, of course, maybe it's not 50-50 like Christian, Muslim 50-50, but nonetheless, is huge. So the question is, so the guy was saying that if this goes ahead, then the life of the Christians in the north, in fact, that they will wipe them out. This is how he put it, right? This was yesterday. So then it dawned on me that Nnamdi Kanu also have said in some of his broadcasts in the past that we will be willing to welcome the Christians,
Exactly.
the Christians in the north. But bro,
the Christians in the core north. Those Christians in the core north, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have given them that open blanket. That is why this criminal, what's his name? This man, this one that called himself Coca. That is why Coca is talking rubbish, because he's from Borno State. They're from Borno, Sokoto State.
Yeah, but bro, you know that realistically, how possible? How would that pan out? That is another big question, because that's why I said I'm never shy of any issues, both for and against. I'm always on it, because if the Christians in the north turns out to be in millions, right? And if you're going to bring them, except it's not just going to be bring them into Biafra land, but entire southern Nigeria, So like that, maybe it can be managed. Maybe then it's manageable, because to kind of reallocate.
Yes.
When you are allocating hundreds of people, maybe it's manageable. But when it's millions, maybe 20 million, maybe more, I don't know. So it's no joke. It's not an easy something to embark on. So, but I think the solution might as well, when we get to that point, the solution could as well be that they can have their own country, because Benue, Middle Belt is Christian for the most part, right?
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu explain that thing, he made mention of the core north. Having in mind that the Middle Belt are on their own. Middle Belt, they are of their own already.
Yeah.
Middle Belt of their own. But when we talk about the core north, Biafra land can accommodate them. The core north.
Okay, like South Kaduna, Southern Kaduna.
Even Southern Kaduna is part of Middle Belt. Southern Kaduna is Middle Belt now.
Oh, really? Kaduna is not. Okay.
We're talking about Sokoto and Borno. Southern Kaduna is part of Middle Belt.
Okay. Okay.
Southern Kaduna is already with the Middle Belt. We are talking about Sokoto and Borno State.
Yeah, I'm listening.
The core north, those places where they have their Sharia is very, 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 very strong. These are the core north we are talking about. Something like that, Sokoto, Borno, Katsina.
Yeah.
These are the places.
Obviously, these southern Middle Beltans, they're gonna have to make up their mind, because first of all, we are not going to add Biafra. We have to look out for ourselves, the interest of ourselves, because at the end of the day, if you don't do what you're supposed to do for yourself, you will have no one to blame but yourself. So they're gonna have to make up, because when I listen to some of them, these Middle Beltans, they don't show it. They always end up with the world, our country, Nigeria, stuff like that. So therefore, either they will be ready to face whatever challenges that comes to them, or they make up their mind to have their own republic, because they are also more than enough to have their own republic in terms of population. So that is one decision they're going to have to make, because again, the guy I told you, his name is Aloja something. I could look his name up. It was yesterday. So he was saying something. I think he's probably a Middle Belter himself, talking about the Christians in the north being wiped away if something goes on.
That is their fear. Why they are not supporting Biafra. You see, that is their fear. They're not supporting Biafra issue. But these people forgot that Once Biafra gets freedom, it will give them the opportunity to have their own say.
Exactly.
If you look at this thing that is happening now, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was around, the little birds were speaking boldly. They were holding their meetings and they were ready to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They were even planning to go into alliance with Biafrans.
Exactly.
With the president of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu evangelism was not limited to Biafra land.
No, yeah, that's true.
The Yorubas were waxing strong then. They were holding meeting. We were holding meeting.
100%.
We even had a joint force then.
Yeah.
There was a force that we formed then that was combining the Yorubas and the Biafrans.
Yeah.
And the Middle Belt also came. Even during the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Middle Belt reached out to him.
Yeah.
But these people, they don't have that boldness and that number that we have. We have gone so far. All they need is to give that support. Forget about maybe they are not going to run with you. Once the issue comes on the table that Biafrans are leaving, everybody will tender their own issue. And you go, it's not only Biafra leaving. Definitely the Yoruba people are moving. The Middle Belt will go.
Yeah.
The Middle Belt will go. So, but when they continue to exercise this fear, they are going to massacre, and that is why they are not supported. Something like Koka. That is why today Koka, who knows that his own village is much more in danger than any other place.
He's denying that there is no massacre.
Koka was complaining about churches destroying his own area. But can you imagine that Koka today is telling that it's not a genocide? Yeah. Yeah. Simply because
it's incredible.
What happened to his people when other people leave.
So Mazi, the thing is, they are, I don't know, again, it's a decision they're just gonna have to make, because either way, right? I mean, except they make this hard choice, they're gonna be massacred. Trust me, they will be massacred. So the earlier they begin to think positively, begin to think correctly on what to do, because it's coming, it's here already. It's here already. They will take the vengeance, they will put the anger, the vengeance, they will take it out on the Christians in the Middle Belt. Yeah. So if you sit down and continue to procrastinate or continue to hope that it's not going to happen, it's already there. Nnamdi Kanu has said it many times. Even our PM was saying it, that these things, they are right there on your doorstep. And it's here now. Because one thing is also certain, that is that President Trump is never going to just continue to talk and watch why these things, why they continue to, they've shown their intent without a doubt. The fact that since this thing now started about a week or two ago, they have continued every day, like they have even intensified, because they are now continuing every day. So it's just a matter of time before US will map out a very good way to go and begin to hit them. They just have to hit them. So if you are saying, I saw this morning protesters in the zoo. They are paid protesters that they are saying US stay away from Nigeria, blah blah blah. But we know that this is what Tinubu and the APC, this is what they do. They pay people, protesters. Bro, for you to know convincingly that they are paid protesters, the military, I saw the military guiding them more or less on their sidewalk. So I said, okay, but you know that if these were genuine protesters, the military would be shooting tear gas and live bullet and stuff like that and be killing them, which has happened in the past. But these ones, they are guiding them. Why they carry the banner saying America, leave Nigeria alone, blah, blah, blah. So you see, and this is what Tinubu and the APC have continued since ever. They paid fake pastors to come and present to themselves as pastors during the election. We all saw it. And they do during the answers, they paid. So these people are so shameless. They are so shameless. They do this thing repeatedly, and people know that this is what they do. Still, they don't care. Still, shame cannot even get to them. So, in my own conclusion, they are what they are, because they don't know shame. The word shame doesn't exist in their dictionary. And Nnamdi Kanu told them yesterday in the court, shameless people. The fact that you people continuously call this man president president, a man that naturally should be languishing in the prison for his criminality. Forever a criminal, you condone it, and everybody is calling him Mr. President. He did not win the election, we all know that. And he did not answer questions. Oh, it's just sad. It's just sad. Yesterday, one of my friends, he came, he visited somebody in the UK. So from what you are saying, I just told him, look, this is my opinion, but I will say it anyway. Anybody, I don't care who you are, if you are supporting the continuous existence of this evil demonic entity that was created from the realm of darkness, if you are supporting the continuous existence, you are evil yourself. This is what I just said to him. I don't care. I told him what I feel, because all my life I've not seen Nigeria changed, and there's nothing to show that there's going to be light at the end of the tunnel. Absolutely nothing. Rather, it gets worse. And the other one say that America should rather support Nigeria, support their military to fight. They should coordinate with it. You see how deceitful these people are. How will you want Trump? How would you expect Trump and their military to go and work with Nigerian military to fight terrorists when the Nigerian militaries are the terrorists themselves? How does that work?
Tell me
They came before. The American military came before to help out with the Chibok girls, and they sabotaged it. Nigerian government sabotaged it. So you want them to do it again? Oh my God! Look
at on our pastor. What did they talk? On our pastor finally don't make statement. You see all these criminals. You see them.
He
say tell Trump to delay action for 100 days. Set 90 days deadline for military to finish terrorists.
Oh. These
people,
very
untruthful people.
Another one.
Objectives. He's the one that the only person that is more objective than other of them.
That is half truth, when it comes to speaking truth.
At least in his own this, you can still find something you can say, oh, at least he said something. Just like what he wrote here. He said he said, downplaying genocide as former headers clash is nonsense.
Well, but this is like how can I say, it's a turnaround, because initially he said there was no genocide in Nigeria. So for him to say, and a lot of people are having a turnaround also, trust me. There are people who Elias, even this Fanny.
You can't hide it. How can you hide it?
Because internet doesn't lie, social media doesn't lie. So even, do you know that Falana, that lawyer, he has come out to say that there's no Christian. Everybody knows it, but trust me, in no time from now, you will see him come and say something else. This is how they are. He will come and tell you that there's genocide, but he earlier said it. So oh my God, bro, it's terrible. It's terrible, terrible.
Plateau cleric threatened to drag Tinubu to ICC. No, drag anybody to anywhere. Plateau cleric. They want to drag Tinubu to ICC. What did ICC go do? Those ones have their own day. They are part of the nonsense somehow.
Cleric, not be the Boko Haram people.
No, this one is a Christian.
Cleric. Okay, well, because they have Muslim clerics also. Okay, so on what ground? Because Tinubu is supporting the terrorism, right? Or what?
Over alleged killing of Christians.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the same thing. Because in his mind, and like I said many times too, if you are not doing anything, you are commander-in-chief, and it's happening on your watch, you have said nothing, you are complicit, you are part of it. Everybody knows that. That is common sense. It's not rocket science. You are the commander. If you order DSS to go and arrest Gumi now, they will go. If you order them to go and arrest Ali Modu Sharif, one of the founders, they will go. If you get up now and order Shetima, right? Order Shetima to stand down and to account. In other words, they will apprehend him, let him explain to Nigeria what he knows. Because they were found in his house. Kabiru Sokoto, when they were looking for him, he was found in Shetima's house. Everybody knows that. So the ball stops on Tinubu's table. He is the one. Well, except again, if you are just being mischievous, you don't want to speak the truth because you are
knows?
evil.
Maybe Tinubu name is in that list they gave him.
Okay, you just never know.
The list of those sponsoring terrorists. Where is he going to start? His name might be there.
Yeah, you know. So, but Choose, let me just say it quickly. The one thing that wait, hello,
okay.
Hello.
Okay.
So let me just say this. I will give you the mic. Yeah, the one thing that I'm so bitter and disappointed with the Yoruba medias, all this Sheun, all this Abati and Ara and Rufai, because they are all Yoruba. These guys are mentioned, and so many others. You know, the one thing that I'm disappointed about in them is that because they are not dumb, they are not